Hang on, I'm gonna share this to my personal page as well. So while everybody's hopping on, give me just a second.
When are you going to introduce me? Is that going to be in
Oh,
a few minutes?
oh, sorry. This is my husband Eric. Y'all know Eric. Everybody knows Eric. I drug him
Yeah.
in here away from Monday Night Football to taste wine with me tonight. So these are two of his favorite things, actually. So
We're not going to take up too much of your time tonight, but I did agree to get on with you guys and check this out. So we're going to wait for a few people to get on here and then talk about the October Wine Shop wines from Wine Shop at Home. They've got two of them here. They are definitely thinking ahead with Joy Cellars. Wonder what they're thinking there. I bet they're thinking holidays in October. And you better as well because they're coming. So we'll let a few more people get on here and then we're going to talk about these wines. Amy knows much more about it than I do. So she's going to be educating us on these wines and we're going to be tasting them and giving you guys our honest opinion about it. So we will see.
All right. Well, happy Monday. This is our favorite day of the week, not because it's Monday, but because it's Wine Club Delivery Day, and it happens to be a Monday. So,
And I'm always the one who wants to open up the box. I'm one of those who can't just let a box, sit here unopened. I want to open it up. I knew these wines were coming, and I was interested in opening it up, and then you said, you can look at it, but you can't open it
but
yet.
you can't drink the wines yet.
Anyway, so I did just look at the bottles and had to wait for this fantastic moment
In
right
time.
here.
This moment in time.
We have a red and a white tonight. And what do you typically start with whenever you start sort of wine at a dinner or a party? Maybe they're in the typical way, but what's your opinion?
Yeah. So typically, especially at a tasting, I always start with the sparkling because bubbles are best when you start. We don't have a bubble tonight, but we do have a white wine. So then I go to the whites, and I usually go sweet to dry with the whites, and then we transition in the reds. Anybody cooking dinner, and you pour yourself a glass of white wine while you're cooking, and then you pour yourself a glass of red when you're having your dinner. That's what we like to do a lot of times. That's what we'll do, and so. Um,
So tonight we're going to have a white wine first. Is that right?
yeah, that's right.
Now, what is the grape variety that we have for this white wine?
This is a Semillon. So
Semillon. That sounds French.
Well, it is French.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Semillon
originally
French.
yeah. So it's originally from
I don't know
Bordeaux,
a thing
France.
about it. Tell me about
Okay, so this grape or varietal is originally from Bordeaux, but this particular wine is from Monterey County, and it is 100% Semillon. It is what offers ideal conditions for white grapes to grow. This is what Monterey County offers for us, and because of the cool influence of the Pacific Ocean. And I'm reading right from this great little card that I get with every wine that ships to you. You get a great little card that tells you all about the wine. It tells you what you're drinking, where it's from, how to serve it, alcohol content, and there's a little sweetometer on here too that tells you kind of where the wine falls in the range of sweet to dry. So this one's going to be a drier wine. It's going to have on the nose aromas of pear, lime, and lemon with some tropical tones like papaya and agave. Gava, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm, that sounds good.
Well, and Eric wasn't much of a white wine drinker until we started Wine Shop at Home, an Erbach Wine Shop. And with this wine club, I get 2 bottles every month. I get a white and a red. And so it's been super fun to try a bunch of different wines, right? Because we're trying different things. We're being a little adventurous with our wine, and we're finding that we're liking a lot of whites as well. So,
but I'll tell you what really got me into it too as well, and even got me even interested is that we drank wine in Napa Valley, California, for whatever reason. It's some magic in the air out there. Drinking wine in Napa Valley, California just tastes a little better.
always.
Especially whenever you're with Sean and Tim, two of our homeboys who are fantastic, who showed us around and were great hosts. They took us around. So I am way more open to it now than I was and have enjoyed it. So I'm eager to try this one here tonight. And Amy also mentioned that these cards come with every wine club shipment, which is a nice thing, and unlike a lot of other wine clubs that you actually see out there. You know, a lot of them, they just come in the box and you open it up and they say, here it is. This is the random choice that you got, and hope you like it. But this one here gives you some education, which makes the whole experience a lot more fun. This isn't about getting drunk, getting hammered. Hey, party time. This is about enjoying the art of wine and enjoying it with food and learning things about it, because it is an art, and I have learned so much about it, and it's been a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I say, without any further ado, let's taste some Simeon from France. What else do you want to say? You want to say something?
I do. I want to say, okay, so we're coming up on the holidays. This wine's going to pair well with grilled fish. I'm not sure who eats fish at Thanksgiving, but
I don't think anybody does.
somebody might. I
What
don't
else
know.
does it do?
Maybe. So roast turkey or chicken. as
Roasted
well with.
turkey.
That
That sounds
it.
like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and assorted cheeses. Who doesn't have a cheese platter at Thanksgiving? And I actually got us a few cheeses for us to try tonight. I've got a white cheddar and a Havarti, but we're going to try with our wine also. So, oops, sorry. I probably poured a little too much
Baby
there.
cheeses?
Baby
What?
cheeses.
Oh, baby cheeses? Are they
No,
little baby
cheeses.
cheeses?
Not Jesus,
Oh,
cheeses.
cheeses.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Our kids are going to watch this and go, oh,
So embarrassing.
that'll be funny. So, what do we got? Okay.
All right, we got to swirl our wine first because that
Yeah.
opens it up and erases it. Okay, wait.
Did you cool this off any before?
Well,
we
yeah,
started?
yeah, because
Why?
you want to serve your white wines chilled. Hey, Steph, glad you're on.
Stephanie, but y'all are cute. Have fun. Yes! She's lying, but we do appreciate it. Go ahead.
So you want to serve your white wines chilled. And what I mean by that is not straight out of the refrigerator. If you have a wine fridge, you want to set it to 50 to 55 degrees, but most people don't have a wine fridge. So you're going to take your wine straight out of the refrigerator, white wine, straight out of the refrigerator and let it warm up for about 30 minutes. And then you can enjoy your white wine. If you take it right out of the fridge and taste it, it's almost going to be a little watery. And test it that way. Take it out of the fridge, pour a glass, taste it right away, and then let it sit for about 30 minutes and let it warm up just a little bit. So this is slightly chilled, 50 to 55 degrees. And then we're going to go ahead and give it a good swirl because we're going to open it up and getting ready to smell it.
So you swirl, sniff, and sip, right? The three
Well,
S's?
There's actually 4.
See?
There's 4.
I'm learning too.
You see,
Oh, you look at it.
swirl, smell, and then sip. Those are your 4 S's.
Right.
I don't do a lot. I mean, looking gets really, really technical. And if you're a pro wine drinker, which, oh, well, we're pro wine drinkers. We're just not.
Those are called cork dorks, as our friend in Austin, Texas
Yeah.
says, Russ.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So if you're.
We do have a friend in Austin, Texas. I know it's weird.
I know.
But you know who won that ball game? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this. Looking at it is also going to tell you what you're about to taste. Seeing it and smelling it tells you what you're about to taste. So that's all part of the experience of enjoying wine and really appreciating wine. So we looked at it. It
There we
looks
go. I
great.
can't
Now
wait
we're
any
going to
longer.
swirl. Okay. Wait. You didn't smell. Okay. There you go.
You gotta do that. You can't just kind of barely
Yeah.
sniff either, right? You gotta get your nose way
Yeah, get down in there.
deep
Don't be
in there.
shy. Put your nose
Get
all the way
your
in there. It's
big
your
old shot
glass.
in there.
It's
Yeah.
your glass. Nobody else can be drinking out of it. So you're going to smell some pear, some lime and lemon, like I said earlier, maybe some papaya and guava. In this wine, he just took a sip.
Yep.
Okay.
I couldn't wait any longer.
All right, I'm going to take a sip. All right. Some minerality there, some clean lines. I love the way our
Good.
winemaker describes this. In this sentence, he says, this dry white wine is straight as an arrow with a crisp mid-palate and a medium intensity in the finish. Love that, how he describes that.
I
What do
like
you think?
this.
Okay.
Good.
Well, you need to save a
We
little for
forgot
your
the cheers too. We forgot
Oh,
the cheers.
shoot.
It had
Cheers.
So bowls up, boom. Okay. there we go.
We forgot to cheer. Okay, so this is going to pair well with assorted cheeses. And I actually, like I said, I have a Havarti and a cheddar here. So let's try it with the cheddar. You
I
didn't.
didn't leave me enough. Hold on a
Okay,
sec, everybody.
hold on.
This is a commercial break.
Now
Quick
you
commercial
got
break.
to get that down. Okay,
Get what down?
that wine before we taste the red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
This one.
What is this?
This is a white cheddar.
A white cheddar.
White cheddar. So always taste your wine before you pair it with the food, and then try it with the food. So go ahead and put that cheese in your mouth. Start chewing it up, you know.
I'm
Get it
sorry,
all.
you on the other side over there don't have any cheese. It's good.
I know, I'm missing out. Okay,
Really good.
Now that you got that cheese in your mouth, then you're gonna get a big old drink of wine. Kind of let them
It's so crazy. how
linger
it can,
together.
Yeah. Good.
They can marry together. And what I love about our wines is they're food friendly wines. And so when our winemaker makes these wines, he's thinking of food that it'll pair well with. And even on these little cards I keep talking about, you get a recipe on the back of something that it'll pair well with. This is mesquite lime, grilled peel and eat shrimp. When are you going to make that?
I've already got the stuff coming. It's, will be made very, very soon.
Okay.
Speaking of the winemaker, what's his name again?
Alex Reblay. And he's,
Alex Reblay. If that doesn't sound like a winemaker's name to you, I don't know what it is. His name is not Robert Brown. Okay? I mean,
no
there's
offense to Robert Brown.
There's no in particular Robert Brown I'm talking about. I just came up with a usual name. But Alex Reblay, I want to drink wine that he made. Anyway.
Speaking of Alex, we have a virtual tasting coming up with Alex, our winemaker. I'm going to post the details in the comments here if you want to join in on that. There is a 3-bottle purchase that goes along with it, but we're going to actually taste with our winemaker, and I am so excited. Are you going to do that with me?
Yes, that's on, do I have a choice? That's on November the 19th, and even if I did have a choice, my answer would be yes.
Yes. It's going to be super fun. Okay. He's from Bordeaux, France. Fantastic. He's super, super fun to learn from. Okay, did you drink all your wine?
And he has a great accent, which even adds to the whole experience.
Makes it that much more fun.
Yes, we're going to switch over to red now. What is the red that came in this month's Wine Club, the Joy Cellars label?
So these are both Joy Cellars labels. These come out once a year right around the holiday times. And again, both of these wines are fantastic wines for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. Put them on the table with your turkey and your potatoes and your dressing or stuffing, however you say it. What is it, stuffing or dressing?
Dressing, however.
Okay. So this is the Joy Cellars Pinot Noir.
I can't read that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just showing you. Pinot Noir is king in southeast France, and particularly in Burgundy.
Speaking of southeast France, have you ever been there?
Maybe.
Just in March, right before COVID, she almost didn't make it home.
That would have been
right
tough.
Right. Oh, you wouldn't have missed me for
I would
only
miss you,
6 months or 9 months?
No, I would have missed you.
Quarantined in France?
That would be terrible. I'm back. I'm
Moving
home.
on.
I'm back in Oklahoma. Didn't
Moving
get
on.
stuck in France. Okay.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir represents almost half the grapes used in sparkling wine in other regions like Champagne. You learn a lot with these little cards. That's what I love about them. I just learned something new right there, just right there. This French Pinot Noir, so it is a Pinot Noir from the southeast of France. It displays dark fruit characteristics like blackberry, black currant, and raspberry, followed by notes of dark chocolate, tobacco, and toasted oak. So when we talk about tobacco, it's not like cigarette smoke or even cigar smoke. It's like the leaf, tobacco leaf. I've had Russ, our Austin friend, he describes it as if you are driving through the areas where the tobacco fields are, it's that sort of smell. I'm not familiar with that, but it's not a cigarette or a cigar smoke smell.
Or ashy or something.
Yeah. And toasted oak. The mouth is dry in the attack and then juicy in the mouthful and the finish. Somewhat uncharacteristic of this varietal, this Pinot Noir offers generous tannins with a long finish. This is 13% alcohol. And it does say to serve at room temperature, but what have we learned about room temperature?
That we serve our reds in the U.S. a little too warm because room temperature over there in France and Italy and Spain, cooler than room temperature in the U.S. of A.
Yeah, and so you want to think about cellar temperature. So that's 60
to... Are you going to pour me some or what?
I
Give me some wine here.
did.
Come on. What are we doing here?
Well, okay, I
Thank
guess we
you.
are going to finish with this one so you can have a little bit more. This glass that we're drinking out of is fantastic for reds. This is stemware that we offer. It gives you lots of room to swirl your wine. It's hand-blown Italian, lead-free glass. The thinner the rim of your glass is best. Let me just say that. Glass is best. I always say this at my tastings. You can drink out. He's just going straight for it.
Listen,
Okay. So
I am a guy. Go ahead.
So you can drink out of your sippy cup if you like. There's no judgment here, but glass is best if you want a really great experience with wine. And we've realized that, haven't we? That drinking out of a glass and the right kind of glass and aerating your wine. All of that matters to the experience that you're going to have with wine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So go ahead and swirl it.
It's about that oxygen as well.
Yeah, about getting the oxygen there. This is definitely some dark fruits like the blackberry and blackcurrant, raspberry, even some dark chocolate.
I can tell you right now that the red is darker than the white.
That's so good.
No, that's observant.
You are a wine expert. He's a wine expert.
Than the white. So
You're such a wine
mark that
expert.
down. Mark
See
that down.
the things you learn
Mhm.
from.
Have you tasted this one already?
I just did. It's very jammy. I love it. It's got a little bit of dry, but it's real smooth. I love Pinot Noir for the fall. I think Pinot Noir is a great fall wine, very smooth, perfect for a holiday wine, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Yeah, sitting out on the back
Wonderful
patio
holiday
with the
wine.
fire pit. I think it's
Yep.
a great wine for that.
Yeah, I think it's a great choice.
Burgundy, California, Oregon, Washington, and New Zealand are most well known for producing regions of Pinot Noir. This is going to pair well with roasted duck with plum sauce. Anybody eat duck for
Every
the
night,
holidays? you make it up. Bacon stuffed mushrooms. When are you going to make
Ooh,
those? That sounds good. Yeah. And
Where's the
Havarti.
recipe?
So twice baked turkey Dijon potatoes. So turkey, potatoes, right there. Thanksgiving foods. This one's going to be good with the Havarti. So that's this cheese right here. This one.
I
So
want
go
to
ahead.
try some. I'm not sure if I've ever tried.
I think you've had
Sure.
it. Yeah. A good red is good with a creamy white cheese, creamy cheese. This would also be good with dark chocolate. If you got a chocolate dessert, something like that. Pretty good. What do you think? Alex Long, frozen grapes make excellent. You're exactly right, Alex. I love that. That's what I suggest to my wine drinkers. If you want to keep your wine chilled, use frozen grapes or frozen berries. Don't put ice in your wine. Really waters it down.
You
But
don't
yes,
want
that's
watered down.
no. We don't want to water down our wine. Excellent, Alex. I love that. Okay. Anything else you want to say about this wine? You haven't chimed in on what you think about it.
No, I have. I said it's
Oh,
great.
okay.
No, I like it. I like it.
So, such a great label, very celebratory. This is an excellent wine. Both of these are excellent wines to take to any of the parties that you're headed to this holiday season. Make great host gifts for your host. They're going to love these wines as well. Think about your holiday dinner table. Get stocked up on wine for the holidays and for any guests you might be having over. Perfect for that. And let me tell you a little bit about the wine club. So we have a 2-bottle wine club and we have a 4-bottle wine club. And you can do all red, you can do all white, you can do red, white, and you can switch it up anytime. It is monthly, but there's no contract. You can cancel anytime.
But you're not going to want to do that.
You're not going to want to do it. No. I do the 2-bottle, 1 red, 1 white. And it's been a super, like I said earlier, like we said earlier, it's been a super fun way to try new wines and get acclimated with different wines that we've never even heard of, right? Before,
Sure.
different varietals.
Learn
So,
more.
yeah, it's a
Through
great way.
experience.
We'll open up a bottle of wine and sit down with dinner and read the card and talk about the wine and just really, it's been a fun thing for us to do together.
You
It's
bet.
been
Absolutely.
It's been bonding.
Again, it's the art that's been a lot of fun to learn about and enjoy, and learn about a craft that we didn't know a whole lot about, but it's been a blast. And,
That's true.
We're continuing to learn more. There is a lot more for us to learn, but it's a journey and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So if you want more information about Wine Club or just ordering by the bottle, if you'd like to do a tasting, it's $40 to host a tasting. That includes 6 bottles of wine.
Good.
Yeah.
Cheap.
I know. And you keep 1 as a thank you gift. So we taste 5 of those. You provide a few cheeses and chocolates, and we talk about wine and enjoy company. I always say good food, good wine, and good company. It's why I do what I do. It's so fun. It's been the most fun thing I've ever done, hasn't it? Don't you just see a better me now that I'm doing this?
Much better. You should have seen her before. She's having a good time. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you for having me on tonight. I may come back again if you twist my arm.
Yeah.
And so these are great options for you for the holidays. They've got several others that you would enjoy. So are we about wound up?
I think so. That's it. Anybody have any questions, feel free to ask them or ask them in the replay. And I'm going to post a few things in the comments just for information for you to check back with later. So,
have a great Monday night, everybody, and a great week. Cheers.
cheers. Bowls in.
Yep.
Have a good evening.